looks like a sweet vada.
It is that only. I think the base is also the same only. It's a sweet vada only. Have you told your mom to make a donut chahiye and she's given you vada instead? But our parents probably found out about donuts much later in life. Or maybe in novels and all, if at all. Like how obsessed and excited we are about these things. For them, it wasn't a thing only. Like so, the happiness it brings us is very different for the kind of happiness. But then, is it or is it just a human thing? Is a caveman, like I say, a caveman, a sad caveman, and a sad person in a mall? Are their levels of sadness exactly the same? Are people happier and sadder in modern life? Yeah, we don't like actually these are complicated questions. So I think today let's try to find answers to some of them. Hi Meenakshi.
Hi.
So Aditya and I were just talking about how our parents' generation doesn't know happiness the way we know happiness with donuts and all the indulgences around. So for our viewers, we are with Meenakshi,
Hi.
who is a counseling psychologist with many years of experience, and she's currently doing a project at the best institution in the country. No prizes for guessing what that is, but. Yeah, so okay, so let's start with the like what was became our fundamental question. Would a caveman have had the same mental health issues that people today have? Is it something about the times we live in that we are dealing with greater problems mentally?
I think yeah, a lot has to do with our lifestyle because we're living very like exceptionally fast-paced lives. There's also a lot of competition, so there are a lot of pressures that we feel, and I think a lot has to do with the lifestyle, with the kind of developments that are taking place. Also awareness. So I don't know how aware a caveman was, but because they were living in a simpler time. So if you see stress, it's a coping mechanism. It's a mechanism of the body to cope. But what happens is earlier maybe our threats were very real, like a tiger comes in front of you, right? What do you do then? So that's the same physiologically you're experiencing the same thing, but the tiger has been replaced by a boss, deadlines, or something of that sort. Yeah.
So does knowing the fact that okay, I'm just reacting like I would to a tiger, does that help in any way? Why is awareness such a big deal?
Right, at least to understand that these are normal processes of the body, you experience this. But yes, if why does stress happen is because that mechanism which is supposed to actually give you like a fight or a flight response goes into an overdrive. So I think that is something that if you're aware that this is something that is happening to me, you will at least feel like this is normal. People go through it.
When would you say somebody is aware when it comes to mental health?
All right. So, for example, like I've worked a lot with children, and I see like a growing trend in a shift with parents where they are very, very proactive to try and understand why their child has certain challenges. Suppose there are reading, writing challenges. People are very, very proactive to try and understand what is it, and rather than in the earlier times, people would just say कि ध्यान नहीं देता है, or maybe he needs to sit down. There are too many distractions. Maybe the friend circle isn't right. So there is a shift in that. People have started thinking in a very different perspective now. So I think that is something which I equate as awareness.
So, but what's it like for you? So, how is it like for a therapist who's dealing? Like, do you face the same issues, or does knowing the subject so through and through, or just having an academic understanding to this, does it make your life easier a little bit?
No, I'm very, very human, and definitely we know the subject, we know what needs to be done, but a lot of times it's easier to tell somebody that you need to do this, and it's usually hard for us to actually at that moment be able to incorporate all the coping mechanisms that we have learned. But I think also it is mandatory for all therapists, counseling psychologists to also have a therapist because no one comes to us with good news or with happy times. So sometimes it can get very overwhelming for us as well. And unknowingly, subconsciously, we might internalize certain things, and then to deal with all that, I think we also need to have therapists. But yes, are we living happy, perfectly happy, sane lives? Maybe not. But yeah, we also need to make an effort and try and fix our mental health.
What should be somebody's goal at all to when it comes to mental health. Like I know if I want to be physically healthy, I can say I want to lose weight, or a
Right.
doctor can tell me that I
Right.
need to build muscles.
Right.
What should I have as a mental health goal?
So exactly like physical health, there are lifestyle changes that need to be made. Like all of these stress management techniques or anxiety management techniques, they don't work overnight. Incorporating a particular set routine is very important in case you want a sane mind. Little bit of exercise, because physical movement is exceptionally important, and also having some time for something that you really look forward to. So, but we need to find certain things that actually work for me, give me a nice feeling about my existence. So, as long as you're doing all of those things, your problems will not go away. Stress will not go away, anxiety will not go away, but you will be better equipped to deal with these challenges as and when they arise. Not doing anything is exceptionally important for us. So, like having a minute, that could be even if you're painting and you're listening to music, that is also you're relaxing your system overall. So, I think that is something
Okay,
that can
should
be
the
done.
goal. That I think that building that binary is wrong. The fact that we are trying to question, we're trying to blame it on modern life also, because there's a lot of awareness that has come to it also, and that's
Right.
those are the wrong questions to be asking with regards to mental health.
Absolutely.
That
Being
should be the
comfortable
goal.
with who you are.
Yeah. Right.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks so much, Meenakshi. This has been great,
Thank
and
you.
we'd love to have you again for
Great.
like.
Looking forward to it. Thanks.
I feel वो void है ना, उस void को check कराते हैं ना पहले. See, the thing is, there's a source reason for it, right? Why you are leaning on consumerism or shopping therapy, you are just filling your house with things that you don't need. Fast fashion is output of that.
I feel the solution is to empower every person to look inward. We have to be careful about deciding for other people whether or not that it's pathological or not.
चलो.
Point is, make a donut, khana,
हाँ.
may it be happy.
हाँ, हाँ, हाँ.
Aditya did not
No.
eat
My
the
problem
donut.
with donut.
Overconsumption of anything, donut, yes, whatever.
Yeah. हाँ.
Whatever it is, it should not be. If it is somewhat unhealthy, it should not be.
Yeah, it should be limited.
I think, and that is where we both come to an agreement that obviously it shouldn't kill the person.
Yeah.